Hey everybody, this is Brett. Now you guys know that I've been doing Ashiatsu barefoot massage for a long time, right? And do you remember how I invented some Ashiatsu floor bars that you could move around and they were just totally portable, etc. and they were height adjustable and yeah. Well, I decided not to sell those because there was some liability involved with those potentially falling over on people on the floor. And so, I just decided not to make them. They're really cool to a degree. They're kind of big to move around, but it could be done. In any case, today I looked on the internet and somebody else took my idea and ran with it, and now they're claiming that it's their design. Okay, so I have one set of Ashiatsu floor bars left that I saved for me, and I use them occasionally. And they're height adjustable, like I said. And they're made out of solid maple. Solid maple. Maple is really the best wood for massage tools, and so I just decided to go ahead and splurge. And as you can see, they're all solid wood. There's no metal hardware or anything. And they've got a nice big grip. And the thing about these is, although they're not as stable on the floor because they're not as wide, you can get them tight to the client. That's what makes these function better. So here are her floor bars, and they look very similar to mine, don't they? They pretty much have the same feet. They have the same crossbar here. They have the same configuration there, with a bar that's about 3 feet long on the inside. They use hardware to connect the bar to the main structure, but pretty much same thing. Same thing, folks. Additionally, they've got stability in the front so that you can really push on them forward and back, and they don't waggle, they don't bend. Okay, so these are a really awesome pair that I like to use occasionally. But like I said, I'm not going to sell them because I just think that this, in a sue happy world, in a sue happy world, it's not smart to sell something that has any kind of potential for catastrophe. So this is the very first set of Ashiatsu floor bars that I ever made in about 2012, roughly. And they weighed about 20 pounds a piece. They were kind of bulky, a little bit top heavy, but as you can see, the basic design is the same. Now, I used to teach Ashi from the regular ceiling version of Ashiatsu, but during a break, we took some time and I let some of the girls try out the floor bars. They really liked the floor bars, and that was one of the very first Ashiatsu on the floor pictures. So that's my thoughts on these. But in any case, so you know, so the world knows, I'm the inventor of Ashiatsu floor bars. I'm also the inventor of wooden spine rollers, which is now starting to be copied by somebody else. Of course, I don't have the money to hire lawyers or create patents, etc., etc., nor do I have the time or desire to do those things. It's just like a screwball world, but at least people should be honest about who really invented something, who really created it. This guy, he's hanging on a big, thick rope. But that big, thick rope is not really very stable. And I've found that things that aren't stable aren't good to hold on to. Like hanging things off the ceiling like that swing. Okay, so one of the best things that you can use to hold on to is just a simple chair, okay? This is a high back chair. So it's good for a person my height, which is 6 foot tall. And that right there is very comfortable. It's not round. Of course, if I wanted to, I could cut that off of there and put a dowel in between it. It doesn't have to be really long. It's convenient to have a longer bar, but not really required. And you can get a chair like this. I bought this for like $10 at a resale shop. I have 2 of them. Look, I have 2 Ashi chairs. So here you go. You get yourself a couple of chairs like this, and you throw yourself a client down there on the floor, and you get going with practicing and getting really good. These are totally stable. Like I said, cost me 20 bucks. You can save yourself $480 over buying a pair of her Ashiatsu bars that I designed anyways. And there you go. That's a deal for you. So I want to thank you so much for joining me. Be well.